Welcome back, guys, to episode 2 of Oakwood Amusement Park. I'm your host, Adam, and this is a very epic intro for a not epic video. How's it going, everybody? My name's Adam, and welcome back to episode 2 of Oakwood Amusement Park. I literally just repeated myself twice, but who cares? So we're back here today in Oakwood. It's been about a week or so, I think. It took me a couple episodes to record this video. It was a lot of fun to record the video. There's not a ton that gets done this episode. I mean, it's like needed detailing that gets done, but like just overall, a ton doesn't really get done. We get these 2 flower beds in either side. We get 2 shops in, a couple of janitors, and like the new workplaces that they need to go to for like health regeneration or whatnot, that the janitors and people need to go to. And we get a couple other flower beds and 1 ride in this this place. We get a Swings of the Century carousel, not like carousel swings. I don't know what you call that ride, like the swing ride. It's the swing ride, is what we get done, and that looks really good. And we also get a parking lot done, which doesn't take very long, but it is needed. So we got the parking lot done, and then obviously we have the live segment again. People start going in the park, you know, it looks really good and whatnot. I'm really proud of how the park turned out this episode. But yeah, so obviously we're doing a little like gardens here. I'm just trying to make this look as realistic as possible without it being like too perfect. Like I want it to be a little bit overgrown, like, you know, maybe they stopped taking care of it quite as much as the years went on, so it got a little bit overgrown, but it still looks good. You know, they still try and keep it in working fashion. And here's where I was gonna do some shops. I had a little bit of trouble just because the different heights of the paths and whatnot, so that was a little bit of a struggle, but I eventually did get it going. And I also got the staff buildings, which are just like literally tucked away in the middle of nowhere. Like they're tucked in like little buildings that you can't even see them, and they just walk like through in the middle of. Excuse me, I am sick. That's why I'm not going to do the entire voiceover. That's why I didn't do the entire voiceover last time. I'm still sick. My God, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I like how these shops turned out, and the whole of the episode turned out. It was much needed detailing. Like in the past for parks, like Land of the Ages and whatnot, my goal was, build roller coasters, build rides, you know, like a Six Flags park. But the more and more I get into the game, the more and more I like to detail, and more I like to, you know, add little fine touches into the park to make it look that much better, and then add a roller coaster, right? I'm holding myself back a little bit more from just doing tons and tons of roller coasters. Don't get me wrong, I love to build roller coasters, and I do those definitely on my own time. I have built many roller coasters that you guys haven't seen that are just supposed to be like stupid little, you know, attractions and rides and whatnot that I just build. Like for example, I built Giga, I built a recreation of King Dakar, a couple of rides that, you know, you just more for my personal enjoyment. Right here, I thought this would be a really good idea because we're kind of going for the British amusement park theme. So I put this train on the top. It's just the station on the top, and it looks really good. And then I just like patterned it so it kind of like blends in and whatnot, but it looks really good, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And like the smoke comes out once in a while. It looks really, really good. It gives a little bit more when you walk into the park versus just a bare tower. There's something like to look at behind it. Obviously just doing a couple little touch-ups here. I wasn't really sure what to do like behind here, so I just did like some like little detailing with some walls sunken into the ground, just as like little barriers. And I wasn't really sure what to do here. I was like, you know, oh crap. Maybe I'll just add a parking lot. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna add this parking lot here, and I've made a parking lot before. Like I did one parking lot in what was it? Red Rock golf course. I did a parking lot, and I was happy with it. I used paths on that one. This one I used tiles, because I couldn't seem to get the paths to work. I think the tiles are a little shinier than I would like them to be, but if you get them in the right time of day, it's okay. When I was finished this, I really wanted to build like a kiddie coaster over the parking lot, because, you know, people say like, oh, parking lot coaster and whatnot, but I held myself back from that because it wasn't going to look good and there was no place to put the station. But that's really where I'm going to leave you guys for this episode. I'll talk to you guys more in the live segment, which is at the end of the video. But until then, I'm going to drop out and let the time-lapse play with some music behind it. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome to the live segment. So basically what we're going to be doing here is, again, just showing you around the park and what I did this episode. This episode was a really good episode. I had a lot of fun recording it. It took me a couple days. As you can see, obviously we have the train on the top of the front entrance, which I think looks really good. It's just more of a, touch because it's supposed to be like an older theme park, oldish Britain kind of theme park. Obviously, then we also added the car parking lot. Originally, I was going to do like a roller coaster that came through here, but I decided to work on some scenery instead. And you guys didn't really see this in the episode, but I just placed a couple of cars down because it took a little work to do those. Obviously, this guy's got a little bad parking job. It's just more for decorative effect. Back here, we have got the two staff areas. The other one is hidden right in here, just so the staff won't be so sad, unlike this dude, even though for some reason he is, probably because that workload is pretty low, so he doesn't like that exactly. Not much is done like out front other than the train and those two things. Then we obviously added a couple of shops. No vendors, I'll have to fix that. Obviously same thing over here. And then these beautiful gardens on either side, which I think are lovely. They really add to the park. Here's the other one on this side. And then obviously the major addition to the episode was these swings. I was going to call them the swings of the century. I'm not exactly sure what to call them. So you guys, I do want to know what to call them. So go ahead and drop a like down below. I was going to... and of course comment as well. I meant to say comment, and then I ended up saying drop a like down below. So yeah, just comment what you guys think the name should be. Obviously, I have these two little gardens here. I wasn't really planning on adding them, but I felt like this kind of needed a sight line. It's quite... Whoa, I'm in a building. It's quite pretty now, and without them, it didn't look quite as good. One thing I wish Planet Coaster had is, so I think it was in their anniversary update, I think so. They added these autumn trees for just about every kind of tree there is. And they look really good. Like, I'm excited to use them in this park. Especially because they look good. But the one thing is, they don't have a small tree that I liked. And the only small trees I like were these ones. But these are like the only tree that doesn't have a yellow variation. So, or orange variation. So I was kind of pissed because I was going to use the yellow variation. But I think green looks fine. So, the one thing I don't like, guests start to walk right through here. But, I mean, there's nothing I'm going to do about that. They're not really using the outside until these shops are back up and running. So, yeah. It was a productive episode. I think maybe these colors could be changed a little bit, but for now they're gonna stay the same. Actually, no, you know what? No, we're gonna change them right now. We're gonna just quickly, spice it up a little bit. I think the blue maybe, because matching the front entrance, blue and like a beige-ish color. Something along those lines maybe. Just, spice it up, freshen it up, whatnot. White possibly, and then black? No. White as well? Yeah, white looks good. I don't know, if you guys got any suggestions on changes for the colors, let me know. Same thing with the queue line. I think the queue line works pretty well. It's just straight path on either side. I probably should have put the entrance here so they both disperse the same side. Possibly. But yeah, that's about it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and drop a like down below if you did. And this has been about it for episode 2 of Oakwood Amusement Park. Bye, guys.